Attention, 5-9 gamers. We are back with another installment of your favorite Dokkan Battle podcast called the Dokkan Battle Podcast. I'm your host, Toon Rami, and joining me this week is the international family guy himself, Talon.
Ohayou gozaimasu, minasan.
Part-time stand user and full-time Super Battle Road King, the Masked Ningen.
Yo, how's it going, everybody?
The homie who needs no introduction, Goresh.
What's going on, everybody?
If it exists, then he's already rainbowed it. The LR King of Dokkan, the Truth.
Mommy milkers!
I knew he was going to say that. All right, guys. Lastly, our very special guest this week is Tyler, also known as Nanogenix.
Hi.
What's up, man? All right. Oh, wow. Make sure you guys are locked in across all of our social media platforms and connect with the 59G network. Follow us on Twitch, Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube, join the Discord, check out the Facebook fan page, the subreddit, the website, everything. All the links are everywhere. Make sure you guys are fully locked in today. And now, let's get going with the greatest episode of all time, episode 18, Speculate and Chill. So, guys, obviously, the 6-year anniversary is upon us. We've got the countdown campaign going on, JP. So let's just throw it out there for everybody. What are you most excited about for the 6-year anniversary? Is it just a simple answer of LRUI, or is there more to it? What's going on, folks?
For me, yes, LRUI. Go ahead. Where's next? LRUI for me. Yep.
The impending shutdown notice in March.
Damn.
So are you slightly nervous that this 6-year anniversary may not land as well as some of the previous anniversaries, just because it's been Dokkan's been around for a little while, and there have been some ups and downs. Are you guys concerned? We'll start with Nano. Are you concerned that possibly this 6-year anniversary may not exactly fall the way that we want?
I mean, Lord, I hope it's better than the previous celebrations.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would hope that this celebration knocks year 5 and worldwide just out of the park. They didn't even exist. This one, they just drive it home.
I still think the gold standard is the 4-year anniversary, right? I think that's the best celebration in Dokkan history to this point.
Yeah, and the funny thing about the 4-year, I think the fact that it was GT themed, because they never do GT themed celebrations normally, it just means that they have so much more content to do. They have stuff that they can explore still in GT that they didn't even touch yet. Also, I love Nano's eyes on the screen, because it's there's a little section of his eyes on the icon.
It's not only him; it's Talon too. Yeah.
Whoa, that is really weird.
It's yeah.
Tripping balls.
Yeah, pretty much.
So is this the first time that they've been doing this whole thing where every single day they have a voice actor from the show actually make an announcement? Is that the first time they've done something like that? Because I feel like that is a great way to help build up the hype, right?
I believe it is, yes.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, there's never been some kind of audio thing from any of the actors or actresses.
Yeah, because I mean, the voice tweets is a new feature, right? But any of the other social media or anything, they haven't done that. So
yeah, I mean, they're just doing the Universe 7 team, right? Is what they're doing here.
All right. So here's the question Goresh posed to me before: what's the final order? Is it ending on Goku and then Vegeta 2, Frieza 3, or Vegeta 3, Frieza 2, Goku 1, or did 17 the last one since he won? What's the order?
I don't think it matters at all, because Piccolo was the second one and he wasn't eliminated second. So
yeah, they should have just done the order they were eliminated. That would have worked better.
Yeah, I think
that'd be cool. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be Goku last. Right?
I mean, spoilers are everything, right? And lately, Dokkan's been known for wanting to throw out a live stream and then a day before the data drops, and then everyone knows exactly what's to be expected, right? So yeah, I feel like if they went in that order, that might actually probably work against them.
Well, I mean, that's something they've always, you say lately, but they've literally always done that.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I say lately because of the simultaneous download or whatever they called it, where literally wasn't it hours before their live stream we learned that it was Bootanks and Vegeta.
Mr. Global, they did the same thing for 5-year anniversary as well.
No, I know. I'm talking about the most recent one.
Well, technically isn't the most recent one was when they accidentally spoiled that Heroes was going to be on Global because loads of people got claimed by the
Oh,
global
yeah.
Dokkan Now
Yeah.
thing
That's
for
right, that's
posting
right.
the Super Saiyan 4 super attacks. So it's like the only way that was possible was if those super attacks were going to be in the Dokkan Now. So it's like the most weird roundabout way of accidentally spoiling it.
So, I mean, at this point, we all know that Ultra Instinct is going to be represented in some form or fashion, right?
Mhm.
So, obviously, that's the safe answer. But if you guys had to go out on a limb and speculate on another unit that is going to be showing up during this download celebration, or not download, the 6-year anniversary, the safe answer is probably Vegeta. But do you guys have any dark horse picks for any surprise units that could be emerging from this celebration?
Somebody actually mentioned this last night in one of our streams, and they said like something about Baby Jiren, and I was just thinking like that could be like a free to play unit from like a story event that you can get like free rainbow for.
That could easily happen, yeah.
I don't know why, but when I first heard you say Baby Jiren, I immediately thought you were talking about a Jiren possessed by a baby.
That's exactly what I thought.
Dude, that'd be
I
sick.
was like, man, okay, it's a little out there, but all
That'd
right.
be crazy.
Heroes
I got you
Yeah,
now.
we got heroes, man. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
heroes.
I'll
gotta
take
be
that
the same.
also. That's
Probably
cool.
just call it Flashback Jiren or something.
Now chat's going off about like teenage Jiren.
Yeah, I mean because that was like the flashback that he had, right? Like when he was like training to fight the guy who like murdered his trainer or mentor or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's obviously we're kind of assuming that the opposite banner unit's going to be Blue Evolution. And going back to what you were saying at the beginning about what we're looking forward to, obviously hyped for the UI Goku, but like, yeah, we only have the one representation of Blue Evolution in the game, and it's like the transformation for the old AGL one that you don't really use anymore. So obviously, as a big Vegeta fan, I'm pretty hyped to see what that card's going to be like.
I'm definitely hyped to see an Evolution Blue Vegeta because I know people don't use him that much. I still love the AGO one. I mean, he can be used in pretty much every event. So I want to see how they can really stretch their wings for a year 6 LR, make this guy extremely powerful and everything. But there was one thing I was actually talking with a couple of people about was how, you know how with the year 4 Super Saiyan 4, so Goku was the all-out attack one at the beginning of the round basically, and Vegeta was that for defense. Is that going to be switched this time, or is it going to be the same for UI Goku and Vegeta, where UI Goku is just all attack already, and Vegeta's all defense, and then they build up, or something like that? Or how do you think it could potentially work?
I suspect Goku would be the defensive.
Yeah, I was going to say the other way
Right,
around.
exactly, because he's UI this time, right?
Yeah.
So it's opposite of what the Super Saiyan 4s were, but it was just an interesting thought to think about.
They do love doing that Goku and Vegeta thing, where like they're the same unit with just this kind of like slight opposite differences. Like we saw that with the Majin Vegeta and the Super Saiyan 2 Goku Dokkan Fest and the EZ units, and then the Saiyan Saga units recently, then the LR Super Saiyan 4s. So probably likely to be the same thing again.
Probably,
yeah. Even like the Xeno Super Saiyan 3s and stuff, they always just have they're always like mirrors of each other.
Yeah, true.
And the Goku's usually better, so.
Actually, that Xeno Vegeta, I would argue, is better than the Xeno Goku, just because he stacked his defense for the longer events. So
what? What are you Talon? What are you talking about?
Oh, the
Xeno
base
Goku?
form ones. Yeah, no, the Super Saiyan 3, not the Super Saiyan 3 ones.
Okay. I was like, wait.
I was talking about the base form ones.
Oh,
so.
okay. Yeah.
The Super Saiyan 3 ones, Goku is like not even competition.
Yeah, Goku's like Dokkan Fest level.
Yeah,
exactly. I do give the Tech Majin Vegeta the advantage over the Super Saiyan 3 Goku too, right? So
also the Saiyan Saga one, I think Vegeta's better as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'd probably say that. Yep.
Also the better character, just saying.
Yeah.
If I had to go out on a limb,
it's going to go off on Goresh now.
How crazy would it be if we had a Golden Frieza 17 duo?
Ooh, you know what duo I actually want to see even more than that is God Goku and Hit.
Yes.
Yo, that'd be great. That would be the first dual universe Survival Saga team.
Yeah, the only issue with that would be like, what would his categories be? Right?
Yeah.
I assume he would be like more oriented towards joint forces because I don't know what else they would even do. Wouldn't be on Realm of Gods. I mean, he'd be Universe Survival Saga, I guess. That they could do that as well.
Just throw him in All Out Struggle. That category makes no sense. Just throw him in there.
I wouldn't really know. I don't think they were struggling that much, but yeah.
Could you put them in worthy rivals? Because most of the people in that are rivals to Goku, so Goku being in the card might throw that out. But
Hit's not in there. So
yeah, Yeah, that's the only problem with like they could make some really cool combinations, but it all comes back to that. Like the perfect example being the Golden Frieza and Sorbet is when they put two like really random characters together. Well, not random because obviously they're from the same thing, but like they're the types of characters they are. It completely hampers like what that card can be in. So that's why I want to see like when it comes to like things like the side units and stuff. One of the things that people talked about for a while is getting like an 18 and Krillin. I want them to do a tournament of power 18 and 17 because like the androids category hasn't had a buff in how long? And at least if it's both of them on the card, they'd actually be in like the androids category as well as all the other like universe survival ones.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah.
Do you think this would be a great opportunity to introduce another universe? Because we just had Universe 11 on Global. It's a very small, very focused category, but it's a category and a very good one. So would you think that this would be a great chance for them to introduce maybe Universe 2, Universe 9, or go completely different with, I think it was Universe 3 or 4 with Anirasa?
Hell no.
No?
I mean, I think that they could do that as free to play, but like, are you talking like as the side B banner characters or one of the LRs? Because no, absolutely not, right? Like, I don't want.
Yeah, I'm just throwing the ideas out there. Yeah.
Well, wait. Actually, what I can't ever think of his name, but when they can join the monstrous thing,
Anirasa.
Yes, that would be a really cool card, actually.
Yeah, it would be like a giant form for Dr.
Dr. Pepperoni.
Dr. Pepperoni fans, yes.
With Universe 4? 3?
Three.
3.
Come on, I thought you were an expert.
Nope.
That'd
be cool.
Two categories that would work really well that they just steal from Legends: Rival Universe and Powerful Opponent. Both of those would be good to just take, I think.
Imagine Powerful Opponent in Dokkan.
Yeah, isn't that just like all of the bad guys pretty much, apart from like the henchmen?
Yeah, pretty much.
How would you even define that? Everyone who is powerful, then a hero at a certain point?
I will link
which is basically everyone.
Which is everything?
June, I'm going to link you the tag on Legends.
All right, cool. Yeah, rival universes would be nice because if we were to introduce someone like Anirasa, what would that be? Artificial life form, maybe? Join forces, full power, and then yeah, that's pretty much it, right?
Universe Survival Saga.
Well, yeah, obviously. So, any other wild speculation units you guys would want to see?
We definitely need a Dr. Rhoda. That's one. It's like my number one unit that I want to see.
I can't tell if you're memeing or not. Are you being for real?
I love those gimmick characters. Like anything that they could do. Like honestly, they could even make him just an item or something. I don't know.
What about the tiny near invisible guy?
Oh, that would be a great. Can you imagine the card art for that?
Be the super attack animation like the Invisible Man one.
He's my least favorite character just because the dumbest scene in Dragon Ball history was when he eliminated Piccolo.
Oh yeah, that was frustrating as hell.
But yeah, speaking of Piccolo and Gohan card from the Tournament of Powers, one that we've wanted to see for ages. Because then, again, with categories, at least they can be on like things like Master and Student Bond as well as the TOP ones.
See, but all these, are you saying like as a potential TOP banner, like for part 2?
Well, it'd be like the for units like that, for like Gohan and Piccolo or like 17 and 18. I was thinking more like, like the side SSR, like last year, the side SSRs were Trunks and Mai, and then Bardock and Gine.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. I
think they for that kind of thing, I think they would be really good.
Because so if we hadn't literally just got the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, like. Because the thing that confuses, or not confuses me, the thing that is really interesting to speculate is what they will do for the top banner. Because like, what do we have left that's exciting enough to headline an LR banner? I mean, I'm sure they can, like make some sort of card up with duo units and stuff like that. But like last year with it being like the fusions and stuff, and then we got, the LR Rose and the LR Broly Chila and all that. It's just like, if it is Vegeta and it is totally USS themed, which it presumably will be, then when we go into, one might be like an LR Kefla, one might be like an LR Hit, stuff like that. But originally what I thought would have been really dope for them to do would have been to do an LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with LR UI and have like this GT super themed thing, exactly like what Legends did with their 2nd year anniversary.
Except
So,
release the
like-
actual correct GT unit.
Yeah, I was saying.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And then when you lead into the top banner, you actually have like a lot of different, like, it could have been L or Omega. There's just a lot of dope stuff they could have done for the like actual TP. But now it's like super interesting to see what they end up doing if they keep it themed around Universe Survival Saga, and the headlining units for the Dokkan Fest is obviously LRUI, accompanied by the LR Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. So I don't know. That would have been my far out there if we hadn't literally just got Super Saiyan Vegeta like a couple months ago. My far out there thing would have been, hey, they'll make it Super and GT themed combined. But at this point, if it's not Vegeta, honestly, I'm going to be super disappointed, because yes, I too want an evolution. As a matter of fact, I'm more excited for like a final like explosion evolution Vegeta type thing than LRUI. So,
so Nano, you are a mana culture. All right.
All right. Hang on, Nano. I'm sorry. I got to ask this, all right? Because I have this thing with these guys. Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, that name drives me crazy. Do you think Royal Blue is a better name than Super Saiyan Blue Evolution?
I did like Royal Blue originally.
Thank you.
But Evolution has grown on me, but yeah, Royal Blue would have been such a like.
Royal Blue has more personality, right?
Yes.
I don't think I don't think anyone's ever argued that Evolution is better. It's just that's what it's actually called.
Yeah, that's the
Everyone
name. That's like me
uses it,
calling
so.
Super Saiyan Goku Golden Goku.
Hey, I'm just trying to tell you guys that Royal Blue is a good name.
I don't think anybody
said it
has
wasn't.
anybody ever denied that.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever denied that.
People are roasting me in chat on multiple streams for Royal Blue.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
why are
yeah,
you
yeah,
so
I'm in the
now,
chat right
actually?
now. Actually, yeah. I
Yeah,
guess.
I like it. I like
Thank
Royal
you.
Blue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
but
Y'all can
yeah.
back off now. I got Nano seal of approval. All right.
Okay, well, I'm still saying it's dumb, so there you go.
Yeah. Well, that's why you're quiet.
All right,
lost.
anyway,
Truth
For the
that
part-
thinks it's stupid. Oh, okay.
yeah,
There you
for
go.
the part
I see
2
now.
LR, I really like either Kefla or Hit being in there. I think that would be a good
I
either.
hope it's Kefla, dude.
You
What
just
if
made Sly's dream, basically, if
What
that
if it's the
happens.
base form Khalifa and Kel that fuse into Kefla?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
good.
Because if it's base form, it can be ran with the other LR Kel and Khalifa.
Dude, that's
who are
broken.
deserving of an
That's so
LR.
broken to think about.
It would be another pure Saiyan buff as well.
Yep.
I really like the idea of a transforming Topo into God Topo.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool. I'd be down for that, yeah.
I just
Okay,
have
real
never
quick.
been the biggest fan of Topo. I don't know what it is. I just
So, yeah, go ahead now.
nah, that was it. That was the statement.
So
I mean,
a lot
do you
of
think
people,
they would? Go ahead. Go ahead.
a lot of people have been saying Topo for the part 2 LR, but I really feel like Topo is one of the most deserving Dokkan Fest characters left. But like, which one? We would think that the transforming one is more likely to be a Dokkan Fest, and an LR could just be the standalone God Topo, right?
Yeah, but I just like the one that exists already a lot as like the standalone God Topo. I mean,
Well, they
because
usually do drop like a really amazing EZA like that, and then they're like, "All right, guess what? Now LR God Topo is here." That is a very common thing.
yeah, but in order for that God Topo to actually replace the current one, he has to be like ridiculous.
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
they
the
could
movie.
literally just make him a support again. The L. Well, the only
No,
thing-
they wouldn't do that.
well, no, but I'm saying like ridiculously over like 150% attack and defense, but then he's also supporting like type shit, right? Like as an LR.
So LR God Topo and LR Kefla. I like it.
Are we
The
talking
hit-
like just
the
Super
hit shaft
Saiyan 2
will continue.
Kefla straight up?
Or Super Saiyan 1. Like there's
well,
two.
Yeah, because Super Saiyan 1, the only one that exists is the SSR of the physical one, isn't it? So that would be good, because then you can still run the Dokkan Fest one and
Yeah.
the, if she ever gets an EZA, the actual like TUR of the OG physical one as well.
That'll
I
be a while.
assume that an LR for her would be Super Saiyan 2, but they still have the Super Saiyan slot as well.
Yeah.
Or it could be, like I said, they could fuse.
That would be
Yeah,
cool.
they have that. That's the thing. They always have that option
And-
available
and-
for every fusion, don't they? Because like I'm sure
Yeah,
eventually
yeah.
we'll see like Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta that
I
then
want
fuse
that
into Gogeta. Yeah, same.
So bad. I actually
Yeah.
I want that a lot.
But yeah,
the amount of universe-
KL and Khalifa into Kefla seems like a thing that we would get eventually.
With the amount of Universe Survival Saga representation that's been dropping over the past few months, leading up to the 6th year, this is probably going to be the pinnacle or like the apex of hype for the Universe Survival Saga. And then after that, they're probably going to they're probably going to steer into another direction. So do you think that these units that you guys are hoping for, you think that would be indicative of like capping off this saga of Universe Survival Saga units and campaigns that we've been having on Dokkan? Do you think that would be representative of that? Do you think we would still have to have a few things afterwards, kind of lingering campaigns or lingering banners that would have to shore up the last few units that we'd want to bring in?
Nah, Akatsuki knows Super's about to come back. That's why they're doing this. This is their trump card.
Yeah?
This is their trump card. LRUI, are you kidding me? Like, this is it. This is the pinnacle of hype for Dokkan as of current releases. It does not get more exciting than an LR UI. So they know it's coming back. That's what it's got to be. That's what it's got to be.
I don't know. I'm not sure about the whole Super returning thing just yet, but I will say, like, there's a reason why they've been like pumping out a ton of Tournament of Power units over the course of the past year, right? It's not just like for no reason. It's to build up for this anniversary, and I think like they've been pretty cautious about up until this past year releasing units from the Universe Survival Saga, because we saw the UI Goku that we have, like him, and then we didn't get another UI Goku until this year. That was like what, 2 years that we didn't get one. So they were intentionally cautious up until that point, and now they're just like, okay, we'll just vomit all of the rest of the units out in like 6 months, and now we're here. So I think this is probably going to cap it off with pretty much everything we don't have. But then again, you take a look at everything in the Universe Survival Saga from the anime, and it's like 100 characters. So we're probably not going to get everything. Yeah. But most of the stuff that's notable we'll probably have.
So let's talk about the schedule coming up. So right now on JP, we are currently in the middle of the countdown campaign. So just the week before the whole thing kicks off, we've got a few things scheduled as far as presentations and streams and whatnot. So Goresh, can you kind of elaborate on what's going on? We've got a video happening, and then we've also got a live stream following like a couple of days after that, right? So what exactly is the roadmap for this countdown, this hype train?
Yeah, so according to what they posted in the news on JP, we have a video releasing on the 27th, which is, we don't know the details for yet, but that is supposedly going to be posted on their official Twitter account. And we don't know the details, but I think, we talked about this a little bit before we started the show, it's possible that this is basically what we did for the worldwide download celebration, where they showed like some of the animations of the new units. So they might show us the arts and the animations of like UI Goku or Evolution Blue Vegeta or whatever they end up releasing. And then they'll wait until the actual live stream before they show us the details of the cards. And the live stream is on the 30th. So it's like 3 days after that.
So I'm thinking it'll be like, because typically, like for these big celebrations, like even when you log into the game, right, there's a trailer that will play. I think it'll probably be that. But like this time, usually what they do is like that's just like in a data download and then we see it there. But this time, smartly, they're giving it to us first before they put it into the data, because like they have to understand at this point now, like they can't be that moronic that when they put
come on, you know they're gonna do the data download before the live stream. You know it's gonna happen.
That's irrelevant to what we're saying though. Like this time they're actually at least showing us the stuff themselves first, right? Like that's
The live stream preview is going to be, I think we're going to be covering that, right?
We're covering that, yeah, 100%.
We're doing a whole live stream for the preview, the live stream, and then as well as the video itself. So make sure you guys are fully tuned in for that. And what else do we have going on during the countdown? We've got the comeback campaign, I believe. One of those where they just bring back all the players who've kind of drifted away from Dokkan over this past year, kind of casting a wide net to bring them all back. How much of a comeback do you foresee the global or the Dokkan fan base returning? Do you see a big insurgence of players, or is it going to be a pretty small one?
I noticed that the rewards are far worse this year than they were last year.
They're really
like a lot less stones, a lot less Kais and stuff like that available. So I don't know if they're going to make that up in terms of gifts with like the live stream or daily logins or what. But yeah, you can look up before and after. Let me grab it. I'll grab it. You keep talking. I'll grab it and show you.
But yeah, I think the anniversary is always one of those times when you see like a resurgence of people coming back, even if it's just to like log in and see what some of the new stuff is. Because obviously you guys all know I'm a global main. I do have a JP account, and I think literally the last time I logged into it was the 5-year anniversary just to check out some of the new stuff. So I think it's very likely that we'll see that kind of thing.
It used to be a thing where when a banner dropped, you can kind of measure the hype level just from how much lag was happening, right? Right
Yeah.
as the banner dropped.
Yeah.
Lately, it's kind of not really been as prevalent, just because not as many players are around to summon for everything right at the moment that they drop. So, do you guys think that we're gonna have some sort of a Legends UI Goku sort of situation where the banner is just the whole server is just malfunctioning and lagging and shutting down and stuff like that? Do you guys foresee that for the 6th year?
No, they seem to have ironed out that problem a long time ago.
They do maintenances ahead of time to make sure that stuff doesn't happen. Like they do what's it, like server optimizations is what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if it was ever going to happen again, then I guess like
It would-
LRUI is definitely
it would be this. 100% it would be this. Like,
because it's been better than it has. It's better than it. I don't think it's ever been as bad. I think it was when it was like the 2-year on global when the banners for Super Saiyan 4s came out. I couldn't log into the game for like 2 hours.
The thank you celebration the thing on there lasted like 14 hours. Like people couldn't play the game for like
Thanksgiving.
half a day.
It was Thanksgiving Day, right?
Yeah, people like that was like the infamous like FU celebration.
Because I remember being at Best Buy buying a tablet to stream Dokkan on. Because like Black Friday starts super early, and then when I got home, people were actually starting to able to get in at night.
Yeah, that was the worst that I remembered the lag getting because the servers were down for like way beyond what the scheduled maintenance end time was, and then when people finally were getting in, they just couldn't play the game, and it lasted for like 10 hours or something. It's like okay.
If the UI ends up being, well, obviously he's going to be. What categories do you think this LRUI Goku is going to be? Is it just going to be a rehash of previous categories, or are we going to be getting a new one?
We're definitely going to get a new category for the anniversary.
So what would that be for UI? What could that possibly be for UI?
I mean, the crazy theory is if they don't do a new category, you make him a Realm of Gods and Pure Saiyans leader.
Oh, could you imagine? That team. Oh my god.
I figured they're gonna do something like that. Realm of Gods would go to Goku and Pure Saiyans would go to Vegeta, just because every Vegeta has been Pure
every Pure Saiyan's leader is a Vegeta.
So if they're gonna do that, they'd probably do like Vegeta gets Pure Saiyans and something, and then Goku would get Realm of Gods and something.
Well, I guess because last year, didn't they? Because they did the Gogeta had Fusion, Vegeta had Potara, and then they both had Final Trump cards. So I guess it could be something like that.
Introduce a new category that's actually decent, and then they both get their respective Realm of Gods and Pure Saiyans. Which, funny enough, they're also on those categories as well, just because you know who they are. So.
How about
it's interesting to think
breaking category.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is what kind of
like
category could they have? Because something like limit breaking is like, again, we've talked about this with some of the other categories, like differentiating that between like full power, all out struggle. Like it's going to end up being very similar. Like
at this point, is there really any point to try to rationalize these categories? They're doing it for money. It makes sense to them. Money talks, right? So limit breaker, for all we care, it just means they're more powerful than a full power or something. Like, whatever. Who cares?
I don't know. Like, do most people, like, not even most, but do a lot of people summon for the new categories? Like, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think it. Maybe at one point when they were still so like new.
Yeah.
But now, because everything overlaps so like heavily, I can't imagine someone's like, I need this. Like, I can't even think of a unit right now that I would even want for just the like lead alone. I don't know.
Like if Beerus came out as someone like, I really want the Exploding Rage category leader. That's the only reason why I care about Beerus.
That's the thing. That's why they need to make these kind of categories better. And when they keep releasing these like weird new ones, then even if there were people out there that would get hyped for categories, like these ones ain't it. So
that would also be, that's also kind of why they do these like little beta tests with PyCon and those types of units, right? Because those are not the most marketable characters, but we had a new category on top of that. And obviously they featured some pretty hype units on the banner. So, is that reason enough to summon for the new unit? I don't even think it's about category. It's just about the banner. So if you want to throw in a new category, go for it. But you know what? Before I forget, something else that just came to my mind. The free-to-play LR. Do you guys think we're going to be getting a free-to-play LR a la the Goku Black Zamasu that we had during the 5-year, the whole EZA thing? Do you guys foresee some sort of a free-to-play LR dropping during this 6-year anniversary? And if so, what would that be?
Absolutely, and I think that would be their opportunity to introduce one of these other universes. 100%.
But would you want to relegate one of those like new hype universe units to a free-to-play unit? Like for example, let's just say, for argument's sake, if they had Aniraza as the free-to-play LR, would that be cool with you? Or would that be
awesome? Are you like that or like oh my gosh, the dogs? Yes, that would be really cool LR as well. Yeah, I mean, because last year it was Zamasu, so like I mean that's fairly exciting. So sure, yeah, why not? Plus, if they're free to play, they can still be summonable at some point later. But yeah,
I think the Aniraza type thing is a cool thing for like a standalone kind of card like that, because like you can't. I don't think releasing cards for each of the members of like one of the minor universe teams is something that many people would care about. But just like people always mention him as a specific thing that they want to see. So rather than focusing on lots of the random minor characters from the other universes, someone who's like pretty much the only character anyone really cares about from that universe, them being the standalone like kind of LR would be a decent choice.
I actually think a Gohan and Piccolo would be a good option for that.
Oh yeah, that would be, or even Pride Troopers would be one too, I guess, like an LR Pride Troopers to an extent.
Another one added to the collection of Pride Troopers.
That would be good, yeah, to give Universe 11 more diversity from its like 7 units.
That are all just a mixture of different Pride Troopers together.
Yes.
And they could give Peppy Gals another buff and have the all 3 of the magical girls together.
LR Rebrian, like
how about a new category,
Rebrian
Peppy guys, and then make it all the dudes who took the powers of the Peppy girls from Universe 2.
That's a good April Fool's login card.
Yeah, Peppy dudes. Any other ideas for the free to play LR?
I'm just kind of surprised we didn't see anything for it in the VGM, because I'm pretty sure last year we obviously didn't see what the final LR was, but didn't we see?
Oh, we did.
Like,
there was some sort of preview for Zamasu, yes.
Right. So it's a little weird that we didn't see anything in the V Jump itself. So I mean, I would be extremely shocked if there was no, LR like they had last year, but yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen.
I think the live stream should reveal it, because I remember last year they had the live stream and they said specifically that he would Dokkan Awaken into an LR.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I remember they said that. So.
Yeah, so they probably will this year as well.
Okay.
In this live stream, there's going to be more than just unit reveals. There's probably going to be some little tidbits of information regarding the revival skill that we've been talking about for a long time, as well as something else that has come up recently.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Because like they'll drop the banner probably in the middle of the live stream, so it's not going to be tidbits. I think they're going to explain the whole thing to us.
Yeah. Do you want to go into a little detail about the whole revival mechanic? Obviously, everyone's expecting it to be attached to the LR UI, right?
So I saw this is something that, I mean, Hydros is here, could actually potentially chime in on, but like I saw one of the data miners talking about how it seems to be set up like a counter animation, actually, that would then end the turn when it's activated. So I don't know.
Basically, what Markinen was saying is that the way it would work is, once it activates in battle, like let's say your HP falls to 0 and then it activates, it would then end the turn completely and move on to the next one. That rotation would thus end if that happens.
That's so ridiculous, because imagine Int Cell, but his condition is, instead of 30% or below, it's just when you die.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of makes sense. It's not like
honestly,
Legends
that's better.
where,
That's
like,
better than
Cell
what he
can
currently
come back.
has. So
It's literally just a Ghost Usher and a full heal.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And then the other thing that we're going to be getting, of course, are the support memories. So at this moment, we have, what is it, 4? I think it's the Frieza one. We've got the Whis Tempura. We've got the GT Goku. And then the last one is the Kid Icarus, right? Or Gohan and Icarus. So
real quick, they showed both in the news and in V-Jump an Oolong one as well. And there's 5 different color reels for each typing. The Oolong one was shown to be like red, STR, in both. So I assume at some point during the anniversary, we're going to get that as well. And it'll probably be him wishing for the panties, the first wish to Shenron.
currently in the data download, there's only 4 memories, so there is one type specifically missing from that, which is most likely the oolong that you're talking.
Yeah, because again, but in both the news and in VJump, it was shown to be STR, which is the one that's missing. So,
right, that's the one.
So Nano, what are your thoughts on the arrival of this new makeshift support item, basically that kind of fills in those last 2 spots on your item list? What do you think about this update?
I mean, it's cool.
He's like, it's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I saw that and I was like, all right, this looks pretty dope, but it was just like, it wasn't anything that was like game changing for me. I just was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, but you're right though, because like imagine if they brought in 2 more items. The game has been built around, like all the events have been built around the idea that you have 4 item slots, right? So bringing in 2 more just makes you so much more powerful than all these events that you're trying to do, because now you have the safety net of 2 more, item slots. So having one that's not totally balance breaking, but just like adds a little bit more, I feel like is an okay update. It doesn't have to be too powerful.
You know what's funny?
I totally agree with you.
I think what's funny is I think we talked about this, maybe it was either last week or the week before, about like, oh, if they have these extra 2 item slots, why don't they just get rid of them if they don't ever plan on actually releasing the slots? And this is probably something they've been trying to work out for a while, because those item slots have been in the game since the game came out, right?
Yeah, they completely balanced everything around 4 items, so it's just they couldn't feasibly add 2 more.
Yeah, so I think the decision that they made to not make these support memories like super impactful and like ultra powerful is good. I would personally like to see them do like a little bit of different effects, like instead of just extra attack or extra key, like you get like, I don't know, maybe you have a chance to start a turn to change orbs to rainbow, or maybe you have a chance to like stun the enemy for like 1 turn or something. I don't know, some stuff like that to just make things a little bit unpredictable. But I do like the idea because the animations are cool. I just wish they were voiced, obviously, but that's just not possible with how many items they're probably going to release. But I do like the idea.
It's entirely possible for them to do that. They could have done that, especially with equip items, and they never did that. So,
well, yeah, but the problem is actually getting like the voice files, right?
I mean, we've got virtually just an infinite supply of memories and moments, right, from the entire Dragon Ball timeline. So the amount of effects and things, the mechanics that they implement are just, it's infinite. There's so many options that they could have. So I feel like over time, this will develop to be a much more useful update instead of just what it is right now, which is very, very basic and simple.
The one thing I'm gonna hate is that these could probably be summonable.
Oh man!
Okay.
They'll be thrown into the banner, like the blue, like the coins. They'll be thrown into the banners.
Real quick, because they work similar. Like think of like Z Power and Legends. Like you have to collect 100 to use these items.
Yeah, you have to collect 100 to thus unlock it forever.
Yeah,
and then the reels are what you use in battle, and that's like your cost.
So wait, hold on. Let's just try and lay this all out. So you need, 70 film to use a support memory? Is that right?
Yeah.
You can buy the film from the Baba shop with your Baba coins, or you get them from drops. The only thing that's a problem is that the cap is 200, and that even if you get drops after your cap, they disappear forever. Like they don't get a gift box, they don't do anything. They're gone forever.
Yeah, this is exactly the problem I was about to talk about. Is the cap is 200, right? And I think you need 70 to even use one. So you can only hold 2 at one time. So you basically need, after you use 2, you need to go back and farm more or buy more from the Baba shop to even use another one. Like they cut you off right before you can hold 3, which is not great in my opinion. Honestly, I don't know why the cap is so low. The cap should be like 2,000, not 200.
Yep.
That just shows the fact that
it might
probably
make.
have
I guess
more powerful ones in the works too. That could be like
that's what I was gonna say. It might make more sense in the future when they have more powerful effects. Because, like overall, it seems like a cool idea, but this is something that I know Hydros has mentioned on Twitter already, and we spoke about it very briefly. But it's like some of them definitely so far from the effects that we've seen seem kind of underwhelming, especially because they activate like automatically. Like I think like the key is it 3 key or something like that for the rotation. Like most of the time, like that you're going to go into an event and that will go off, and like potentially didn't even really need it.
Well, I will say everyone likes to pretend that the Kamehameha team is the best team in the game, but key is an issue with a lot of those LRs. There you go. That item on the Kamehameha team would be a godsend for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought it would have been better if they were manually activated, but they're not. They're automatically activated once the conditions are met.
Real quick, Gresh, I sent you the
Yes.
info, if you haven't had a chance to see it yet.
I'm just glad that one of the memories included GT. Because that just means that they're not afraid to go in the GT direction.
Yeah, it's like the weirdest scene in the whole show.
Yep.
It actually, it's kind of unfortunate if you look at it from certain angles.
Yeah, the screenshot that I posted. Yep.
Yep, Ningen. Yeah, I can't unsee that now because of you.
When you think
You're
about
welcome.
it, we realize we think that they're like running out of ideas for units, or I know they won't, but this is kind of a way to revitalize that and putting these on banners because they can do all these other animations and stuff. So I don't think these will ever be voiced, by the way.
Yeah, I don't either. And then honestly, like, because generally we get a new mechanic every anniversary, and last year was skill orbs, which honestly, I would say this support memory system is actually more like of a big deal than skill orbs are. And then, this isn't even the only new thing we're getting this year, because apparently we're also getting revival skills. So the fact that we're getting both, depending on how impactful rival skills end up being, like, this could be a big year, like a big anniversary in terms of stuff changing for the game. So
I've seen people keep throwing around, like, I know I've talked about it, but the costume thing.
Yeah,
and people, I need to reiterate that's not what people
I'm about to say it again.
It's not like costumes like in Grand Cross, right? No, it's not that.
Isn't it linked to revival skills?
It is linked to revival skills. It's not even called costumes in what the kanji. Remember, it was like
it's called.
Right? I don't know why they decided to call it costumes in the database, but
Dude, Hydro, so you're telling me that the dream for Bikini Gogeta is dead?
I mean, I can still make your dreams a reality, Truth, if you really want me to.
Now we're speaking my language. There we go.
But yeah, that's pretty much everything we have to talk about for the upcoming anniversary.
What
about global? We haven't talked about global yet.
What? What?
Quick, someone play the
global
tumbleweed
version of the game. Okay.
Yeah, before we move to the dead game, I did just want to mention this. With the anniversary, I do hope, like, obviously there's not going to be like multiplayer and all that, but I do hope that there is like something new and something different that is released with this anniversary. That I want that so badly.
Yeah, because the units can be as crazy hype as they will potentially be, but then in terms of like content, the only thing we get is like a new Infinite Dragon Ball history stage, and it's
it's because because if you get the new LRUI or Super Saiyan Blue, I mean, you don't even need them, but if you do and you awaken them, they're probably going to wipe out whatever Infinite Dragon Ball history stage gets added. So I hope there's something really dope added with this. And the thing I always go back to, and I've mentioned this so many times in videos and stuff, but is something similar to that original Battlefield 1.0 mode. I would love something that takes like the spirit of that mode and makes it into something else that we get to use our units in something totally new with. That would like just make this celebration the best one ever. If it was fun and not necessarily chain battle.
Yeah, chain
battle. I don't necessarily have the most fun. At first, I was like, this is so cool. And then like this last one we got against Vegeta, I was like, what am I doing wrong this time? I can't get over like 75 million. What is happening?
I think the main issue I have with chain battle is the fact that I actually do commend them for trying it. The main issue I have with it is it's definitely been long enough to the point where they can go back and fix like the 100+ issues that people have with the mode, and they just haven't done that.
I still love that the one thing that they went back to actually fix was the Cell exploit, because like Cell covers so many categories, and like they apparently went back and they fixed it so where you wouldn't have to just use Cell, you'd have to use other teams or other support lines.
Yeah, but like they definitely know people are upset with it, because I see Japanese players tweeting at them on their tweets like, this mode sucks, like fix this, fix that. So they know the issues people have with it, and they know what people want changed for it, and they just don't like do anything about it. Like, why does it take so long to fix the mode? Like, I don't get it.
I mean, kind of to go along what you're saying, the fact that they did something like chain battle means that they are able to try new things. They are capable of trying new things. Just, it didn't land necessarily. People are not the biggest fan of it, Ningen. But obviously, like, they are willing to try new things. So if they can do something, hopefully all of this time, the reason why they haven't been, giving us more on chain battle, or they haven't been giving us anything else, is because they are building up to some great, cool new feature that they're going to be adding in the 6th year. Honestly, I'm not a developer. I don't know how much time this kind of thing would take, but honestly, something as simple as like a more active co-op mechanic where like you are actively participating in something with somebody else, I feel like would add enough depth to the game to kind of revitalize it, because now you're looking at it from not just your perspective as a solo player, but now you can be like, all right, how do I coordinate with this guy to do this thing or get this thing done with somebody else? You know, like I feel like that would add so much more to the game, and that would be such a simple premise, a co-op feature.
Yeah, and I think like in me personally, something that I would like to see them add in terms of a new event is some sort of like an infinite like survival mode where maybe it's like a super battle road stage, but it's just like there's infinite like fights.
So it's like arcade, you just keep going.
Yeah,
Right.
that would be. Oh, that'd be so dope to see who can get like the farthest.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that would be cool. That would be
That's
cool.
a good idea.
That is actually really cool because it stems from the kind of you know how in a lot of games like sometimes these kind of modes or in future updates or sequels often come from things that the communities created themselves, and that almost has the spirit of like when people were trying to see how ridiculously high stage they could get to on EZAs, like you don't really get anything out of doing it. So like making it an event like that, because like we complain how kind of Extreme Super Battle Road is just Super Battle Road with the numbers turned up, but like an event where it is deliberately like that. So it's like, yeah, it could be you fight against 1 or 2 teams, and then as you beat them, the numbers just go up, and then it's like infinite, like just like the stage 300 of an EZA or something. That'd actually be awesome.
Yeah, that would be sick. Imagine 6th year they give us new legendary events. They fix the friend system. They fix World Tournament. And they give us a whole new mode. They give us EZAs for the SSJ4s. And then they also give us a free to play LR. Holy balls.
Are you talking about Dokkan?
Imagine, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I do have to say, because I know people are always talking about it in the chat and everything, though. And unfortunately, Nano had to also bring it up as well. But we will not see a Dokkan Fest EZA during the 6-year anniversary, guys. It's not happening.
You don't think so?
No, but they've never done it. They've never done a Dokkan Fest.
It's the year to do it, though, Talon. It's the year of dreams, Talon.
Hopefully they understand everyone hates that. Like, yeah, you all did it a couple of times, and people absolutely despise it. So, come on.
Yes.
Brains.
Yeah, exactly. Just because they have always done it, it's a thing that people are not necessarily happy that they never do an EZA during an anniversary. So yeah, it would be cool.
I would. Okay, Hydra's cool. I would much rather prefer to see. I mean, I that would be fine with me for sure. But I would much rather like to see them do something like they did for those like Battlefield EZAs, where they picked like 5 units that are banner units.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah,
and made that into an EZA and just EZA'd all of them at once.
Man, all right, that would be sick too.
Because the anniversaries is when they've often added those special event like EZAs where you they actually are like 100 stages, aren't they? Like the Omega Shenron one and stuff. So that'd be a good one to do for multiple units.
Yeah, I mean,
Oscar, they need to bring Shenron back. Give us a Shenron thing. I need items. Just being honest.
You know what I'd also like? I'd like to be able to post multiple friend units so that my friends list can use more than just the one that I set up. So maybe have like a 5 set. Just put like 5 of your units that you want people to use, and then they don't have to like constantly call you and be like, "Hey,
do the thing Truth's been saying for forever is just let you use yourself. I just want to play with myself, bro. Just I don't want to play with anybody else. Let me play with myself."
Someone's clipping that.
And I'll have way more fun that way. So it is what it is.
All right. Well, while we allow Nano to play with himself, we're going to go ahead and take a break. And don't go anywhere, folks, because we will be right back to answer some of your questions. Don't go away.
All right, guys. So first off, we want to thank all of you guys for your amazing support as always. So shout out to everyone who has followed us and just been here for every single one of the podcasts. But we do want to give some special shout outs to our subs and our donators. So first off, coming from a regular here on the channel. So GN, he did gift a 1-month tier sub to a Nano, actually. So Nano, you are officially subbed to 5.9 now.
Thank you.
King Doflamingo cheered 5 bits. JC the Fallen, Mine Axe, both of you guys had subs as well. One for 2 months and one for 4 months, actually. So thank you guys so much for the awesome support. Gabriel Forever with the 2-month Prime sub. Thank you so much as always. He has a message saying keep strong. And then finally from Cairo 6 with he gave out a tier 1 sub as well. So thank you guys so much for the awesome support.
All right, and also for today's episode, we're making it a little bit of a special one because we have Nano here. So guys, you can post your questions in the chat. Usually we ask you guys on Twitter, on the community page, in the Discord to post your questions. But for this episode, you guys can post your questions in the chat. We'll give you guys a little bit of time so you guys can formulate your questions. And then when you post them, as we're talking, we will occasionally pick up one of your questions and answer them. So feel free to get those questions ready to go. But in the meantime, we want to go over one more topic. And I'll hand the floor over to Nano. Go ahead, Nano.
Yes, Global, the superior version.
Yeah.
It is, bro. JP Shaft literally all the time. I don't even want to hear it from anybody. Ever.
Nano knows what's up. He knows what's up.
Dude, yeah.
I'm just tired of trying to defend Global in front of the
JP
JP players. So I'm, if you're actually serious about it, I will go along with it. Because usually when I try to defend them, everyone just steps all over me.
Nah, Global is the better version.
You have the gift of foresight to see what's coming.
Minus just, a couple things get handled a little weird, but otherwise, Global is the superior version.
Are we done? Are we done covering Global stuff?
So is that it?
Yeah, we're basically done. That was really it, right? I mean, we all got Darren last week. I guess
I'll bring it up.
GG.
So the Global exclusive. Are we going to be getting a Global exclusive? Nano, take it away. There you go.
I mean, I feel like we have to, right? The only thing that Global is currently missing from JP, aside from the obvious anniversary units a week, are LR Turles. I mean, I'm not counting free to play stuff because no one cares about free to play stuff. This is Dokkan. So LR Turles.
Jay Fanta cries in the corner.
I meme. All right. But obviously LR Turles. Then we got the dual Dokkan Fest, PyCon, and Janemba, SHA for Gogeta, and then Bojack. Did I miss anything? I think that's it.
That's it.
That's pretty much it.
That is not enough content to make it to July. Period.
Okay. Keep in mind that we're also definitely 99%.
Saiyan Day.
Yeah, Saiyan Day is going to be a
Saiyan Day
celebration, right?
But then outside of that, like there's nothing. So there definitely should be at some point a Global exclusive. It's just what even do they do now? I like it's gonna be so interesting because that might be the setup for whatever they do post Universe Survival Saga stuff.
I would agree because remember they did Beerus before the anniversary for Global. So whatever we see after the anniversary for JP, like that first Dokkan Fest, could be what Global gets before their anniversary.
Yeah, because they did that the year before as well with Kid Goku, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So whatever, it seems logical. Yeah, whatever the first Dokkan Fest is after the anniversary. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be something interesting because, like we've talked about in the past, how it messes with the schedule and causes delays later on and stuff like that. But it's always hype when we get these global first things that are something completely different. Like when the Go Bros dropped, like that was crazy hype. Obviously, LR, even though they weren't super far apart in their release dates, like LR UI Goku was a global first, and we've already talked about in this episode how hype UI Goku is. So they could potentially do anything, even if it's not fitting into the next like saga that they're going to cover, and it has the potential to be crazy hype.
It would have been, and I'm sure y'all have talked about this before, but it would have been really exciting though if they would have let JP and Global celebrate the LRUI at the same time, and then Tanabata, whatever they do for Tanabata this year and stuff, would have been celebrated, and that would have became Global's quote unquote 6-year anniversary. But it's just so weird now because like with the LR Gohan same release and the Heroes same release, like it just made the scheduling of things on Global so strange now. Like it's just I don't know, man. And so I would have personally have loved to have seen them just go ahead and get on the same page and just get this over with, like, and stop being.
Get this over with, huh?
Yeah, bro, it's been 6 years. Like the whole like difference, in timing of stuff is just ridiculous. Like it would be cool to have it on the same page. But that's me. I know not everyone agrees with that, but that's just me.
I mean, there's definitely
agrees with you.
No, I mean, yeah, there's pros and cons to it.
Yeah,
right?
there's pros and cons to both. Yeah.
All right, so let's now move on to the questions from the Twitch chat. So I'm going to do my best to try to pick some solid questions, and I found a good one, so we'll start with this one, brought to us by Godspeed445. So this is for anybody. Just feel free to chime in whenever you guys want. Godspeed asks, thoughts on a unit that can change their color type as a new mechanic?
It sounds like it would be very specific because, like, how often does typing actually matter unless you're advantageous or disadvantageous?
Yeah.
Aside from that, not really.
Because I don't know, like, unless because it would depend on if it's like an active skill where you can choose to do it or not. So it depends on if you have the freedom to actually do it yourself. Because if the unit just changed typing on its own, it would be kind of weird, and it could be bad as well as much as it is good, right?
Yeah.
So if you can choose when to do it, that would be good, because then, you know, if you're going obviously against a unit that you're at a disadvantage against, then you can just change not to be that typing. But other than that, I don't really see a time when that would be useful. Because honestly, Gogeta already has that ability, right? He was the first unit in the game to pretty much just not care about typing other than him being attacked. And then Janemba was the same thing, just the opposite, where he's only caring about when he gets attacked instead of when he's attacking. So a unit like the Takamaj Vegeta that we already have, I think I've actually talked about this in like way back. We had a question similar to this. Like that Takamaj Vegeta, once he gets the orb requirements in, like he doesn't care about any typing at all, ever, because he's super effective against all types, and then he's also guarding. So
yeah, it's like Gogeta and Janemba put together.
Yeah, so that is like the ultimate unit where he doesn't care about any typing at all.
All right. King Shadow 26248 asks, after 2 years of active skills, which one is your favorite and which one is your least favorite?
Gogeta Blue, favorite active skill for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Like easy. That was an easy one for me. Angel Golden Frieza would be right there, but I would have to probably go with Gogeta Blue.
Mine's AGL SS2 Gohan.
Oh my god.
I love how often I get to see it.
Yeah, I've not even seen that in probably a year.
I'd say for active skill, I'd probably go with the LR Cell when he does the Kamehameha and destroys the Earth. Essentially, I love that one.
Awesome.
I love that one. So,
physical Angel Vegeta one is one of my favorites, just because I love that moment from the show.
just don't use it in a race. Just remember that.
Yeah.
You
Sorry,
know what?
Tiger.
You probably can't use it in a race against me, though. That was actually going to be mine. The Vegeta's Respect is by far my favorite active skill.
Yeah, I think not actually memeing. I think my favorite is that Vegeta's as well.
So good.
The worst active skill? I can't even. They're all really nice. Like if it's an active, they look pretty good.
Wait, what are you talking about? The worst one is definitely that Gohan. Like what?
Oh,
okay, but so
that's worse.
So assuming,
but like the animation,
assuming they all activate, maybe that's a better way to.
Okay, assuming we're ignoring the conditions.
Yeah, ignoring the conditions.
Okay. I wasn't even taking conditions into account with that. I just was picking the one I thought was the prettiest because that's really all active did.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say Kid Goku just because of the voice.
Dude, that's like my second favorite in the whole game.
You're crazy.
The voice though, the voice just.
Who even plays with sound on?
What about the voice, Talon? Wait. What about the voice, Talon?
It's too old.
It's not old.
It's not.
No, it's not.
They didn't rip that from the original Dragon Ball?
No.
Oh god. Damn, they need to they need to go back in and fix that then. Holy shit.
All right, we've kind of touched on this during the show, but Z Mist will ask us, do you think how successful the 6-year anniversary will be what makes or breaks Dokkan?
I mean, I feel like
a big moment for the game, yeah.
Because imagine if it just doesn't land. Sorry, Ningen, to cut you off. Feel free to go ahead. If the 6-year anniversary just doesn't land, right? Falls flat on its face, doesn't pan out the way that we want. Is there no coming back for Dokkan? Is this the end?
Oh no.
Well, let me just say one thing, because what do you mean by falling flat on its face? Because they're still going to hit top grossing.
Yeah.
So does that technically mean they quote unquote failed?
The only way that I think this even quote unquote falls flat is like no top grossing, barely anyone would buy sales, nobody would touch the game for a month. That's the only way it falls flat. Essentially, they're gonna hit top grossing. They're gonna make their money and all that stuff. I mean, they still make millions of dollars every year, and so there's yeah.
Now, if it doesn't hit top grossing, that would be really strange. If LRUI can't hit top grossing, then it better be like the most insane collab on another one of those top JP gotcha games. Like that would be the only thing I could imagine that would cockblock LRUI from hitting top grossing. Because if that isn't what's going on and somehow LRUI still doesn't hit, oh my god, yeah, that would be a bad sign. But I can't even imagine that would happen.
Yeah. Well, that was all I was going to say, was the fact that it's the only way it will have an impact, I think, for extremely positive or extremely negative is if it's like extremely negative and doesn't hit top grossing. Because big anniversaries are always like fairly positive. Like even if people come away with complaints, whether it's either on the amount of content overall or something else, like big anniversary celebrations usually hit top grossing, and obviously like we said, they bring back lots of people because they're introducing new features and stuff like that. But I feel like even with UI Goku, there's got to be they must have some like in case of emergency break glass like thing that they're going to release. Like, so worst case scenario is that the anniversary doesn't go down super well, so then they just drop that as the first thing after the anniversary.
And then they do the shutdown.
But I can't even imagine. What would they have if LRUI wasn't the like pin ultimate thing they had sitting there? Like, we know this will make us this much money. Like, we have to hit our fiscal amount, for this or this amount for our fiscal year. Like, what would even be the next thing?
They have giant UI Goku, of course.
Oh, yeah. Susanoo Goku. Did Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta hit top grossing?
Yes.
Because I feel like we mentioned it briefly earlier, but like the LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta who fuse into Gogeta, that'd be money always, regardless of when they release it.
I suspect that Gogeta on Global will be ridiculously successful as well.
Yeah, so many people have been like, even before, like when people were talking about whether or not to summon on the step ups and stuff, like people on Global have been talking about saving for Gogeta for ages now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check and see what blocked Dokkan from getting top grossing when Gogeta came out. Let me just take a look.
Oh, wasn't that one of the collab things? I'm sure I remember Nalar saying something about it.
It might be. I'm not taking a look.
The other thing too, though, I think that because Dokkan's all about the shiny things. So if somehow UI comes out and he looks like trash and like his attacks are like year one Kamehameha, that'd be really bad. Like,
well, as long as they don't pull a Super Saiyan 4 SA.
Yeah, that's what came to mind, right? It was like SSJ 4 style stuff. So
so Dokkan was third with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I think one of them is Monster Strike.
Baseball game.
I'm gonna just link it to Goresh and you can tell me.
I thought it did hit top grossing. It didn't?
No, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta for JP a couple months ago did not.
No, it didn't. It did not.
Oh, I really thought it did.
That was the other hype character, Pycon.
I don't recognize the top game, Goresh.
I'm telling you guys right now, Pycon and Geneva did not hit top grossing. It was the amazing sales that got them.
I just told you it was the baseball one.
The baseball one.
Yeah, baseball, yeah.
The baseball one, I love that.
That was a joke, by the way.
I know.
All right, let's move on to the next question, brought to us by Vargas AAV, and Vargas asks, "Is there a possibility that Dokkan will collab with the 2021 Tokyo Olympics?"
I've got some insight on this actually.
Yes,
yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna say because there's extreme. Because I've actually seen this question be asked like decently in the past few days. Yeah. And I'm just gonna straight up tell you right now, there is like not a very high chance that the Olympics actually happen.
Yeah. So I was about to say that. There's been some news around here in Japan, basically that the Olympics are like 95% chance probably not going to happen, and they're trying to not really announce it until later on. But
the story got so big that the Japanese government actually made a statement on it, right? Like, so.
Yeah. So
even if it happened, I don't know if they would do anything with it. I mean, they maybe
I don't
would
think
do
they
like
will.
they probably do like a login bonus or something. That's probably
Yeah,
what it is.
or they'll draw the characters with Olympic, clothes or bandanas on or something like that, and then that's it. Like,
Such a bummer because Goku is going to be one of the mascots.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen again, but it would be like 2037 or something, right?
Well, yeah, okay.
So like 20-year anniversary.
When I turn 85, great.
Malik Sir Iger asks, what do you think they will do when the first category leader gets an easy A? How will they balance it?
That's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
Nah, I like that answer. They won't. I mean, it's gonna be Omega or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, presumably. Like,
Yeah,
where
I
do they
think
go from there? Like,
I think they just buff the secondary leader skill portion of it. Like, I think Gogeta's attack and Omega's physical. What is it, like 50% to stats or something? They just bumped that up to like 120.
Yeah, because that, and obviously as some of the original ones, that secondary leader skill is awful.
Yep.
By today's standards. But I think we talked about this on the last episode. I can't remember if it was from a question, but like if when they do eventually move on to category leaders, they should focus on the ones that really need it as opposed to like the release schedule. Because there's definitely certain ones that have just completely dropped off that could really do with an easy A to make them usable again.
STR Gohan.
Yep, that was the main one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Does STR Gohan, does he even have a secondary leader skill? I don't think so.
No, he doesn't. No, he's just
hybrid sense.
hybrid. They didn't even give him a typing or anything. Like they just literally just threw him out and just let him just die. Like,
At the time, remember, Hybrid Saiyans was like obscenely powerful.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he only had 132 attack, and then obviously I think most people like the biggest gripe that I have with him, and it applies to some other units as well, but units that only have a chance to be like good defensively. Yeah, whether it's guarding or reducing damage like B-Pan and stuff, like you get into those turns and it's like, oh good, it didn't go off, so now I'm taking like 50k from all of these attacks. Like
he also had key issues,
definitely
didn't he?
needs it.
I've not used him in a long time, but yeah, he had key issues as well.
Yeah. So
I think they would also get a
definitely
lot of.
needs it.
I think they would also get a lot of mileage out of using these easy A's as an opportunity to slightly bump up the leader skill so that they can ultimately reach maybe the key plus 3 170 threshold, because that's kind of like the unstated rule that's like the maximum you can really go, right? Except for the Universe 7 lead, which is 177. Key plus 3 170% is kind of like the apex, right, of the leader skill. So I feel like for some of these older ones, if you slightly give them a boost in that direction, just like bump up one or two of their traits by 20% from 130 to 150 or 150 to 170, that would also help. And they could do that all the way around for all the categories that need it,
Well,
and then get more mileage out of it.
until LRUI comes out with that 200% lead.
Yeah.
Do you
think that's a real possibility to actually happen anytime soon?
Yes.
Yes.
I actually think
They always go way overboard with the anniversary units.
yeah.
I think the more interesting conversation we could have about the easy A's for the old category leaders, more than the category leaders, what happens when we get into the transforming units? Are they going to change the conditions?
I hope.
Gohan.
Yeah, Gohan, man. God, get ugh.
Imagine how
like a year and a half of transformation.
how
requirement.
I was gonna say how many
It
years.
just gets a Gohan already.
Yeah, how many years removed are we from a possible AGL LR Gohan Easy A?
Well, he's also just an LR, so
Yeah.
I mean more so like units that are just like int UI Goku, or I guess
like in Goku Black, because you pretty much
Yeah.
only ever see his in like the really long events, which is
Yeah.
where he's best. But yeah,
like traditional transformation mechanic units that just have pretty bad conditions.
Mm.
I'm not saying int UI has bad conditions. I'm just using him as an example.
Yeah.
Because he's one of the
Dude,
first
what if
transforming
what if
units.
they say screw the other 120s and they easy A the Dokkan Fest UI right here, year 6 of Dreams. Imagine it.
Of Dreams? That wouldn't be of Dreams anymore.
I mean, for him though as well, they have to make him on a level to compete with the STR LR, won't they? Otherwise, you're not gonna use him anyway.
I mean,
If,
yeah.
if ever there was a time to randomly do something like that, then I guess it would be pretty crazy if they did it now. And stranger things have happened. I mean, we said like months before it happened, it's like if they were ever going to do something crazy with Heroes, the 10th anniversary year would be the time to do it, and then they did. So I guess you can never say never.
Here's a non-6-year related question. Slam Dunk Twitch TV asks, will this year's worldwide download celebration be movie themed?
That's a kind of a random one.
There's almost no way to know because we don't know have any idea where they're going next. Like they wrapped up Boo.
Unless you think PyCon and Janemba are linked, right?
So the reason...
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Last year, when they started building up to the Worldwide Download Celebration, it was like right around New Year's like this. So it's like with all the movie stuff that they just did in a row, seemingly randomly on JP, potentially it could, but we need to see how the year plays out a little bit more first.
You mean with BoJack and stuff, yeah?
Yeah, BoJack, then Gohan, then PyCon and Janemba, and then the Easy A's were Gogeta and Janemba all in a row, right? It's like, okay. Like, because the last times we see them, like, Buu Saga and Tournament Power, they're just, like, obsessively every celebration leading to these big celebrations. So, if they do another movie thing in, like, March or something like that, Worldwide Download probably is going to be movie-themed.
Yeah, because wasn't it when the Tech Gohan came out, that was when people kind of...
Tech, I forgot about
kind of gelled in that the Worldwide Celebration would be Buu Saga related.
Well, also the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan also is movie themed too.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. If it somehow is not wrapped in with what they were literally just doing, man, it's gonna happen. We're gonna have to wait to see what they do in March. Ultimately,
I could see a big Dragon Ball Super Broly Worldwide Download Celebration happening.
Dragon Ball Super Broly. I was thinking Z.
Yeah, well, yeah, either way. Actually,
Yeah,
I think for
And
sure.
then they do like a Superman Fist Goku as the other one.
man. Do you think this is the year we get Garlic Jr. though?
Thank you.
Every podcast
No,
everyone
no.
brings this
Thank
up.
you.
Nano asking the real questions.
Like, is it finally time? The revival mechanic
that's the
work
emergency
somehow
break class
in a
unit.
way. No, it not really work like that, man.
We need Nano on more shows. He has my ideas, and that makes me feel better about myself.
I don't know how that makes me feel about myself though.
Oh, wow. Bro.
He's been watching those Mario Party streams. It's
Yeah,
like,
no,
right,
yeah,
if I
he's
need to
been doing
fit
some
in,
intel.
fitting
Yeah,
in with
he
the 5 9
knows.
guys means bullying too.
Yeah, the rite of passage is to put me down. Thank you. All right, and for our final question brought to us by Tree Rex 1213. Tree Rex asks, why has Global been so close to JP in terms of unit releases over the past year or so? How do you think they will fall behind, or will they catch up?
Real quick, it's not over the last year or so. They've been doing this for years, right?
Yeah.
Where they'll get real close and then they just hit the brakes.
Truth, are they catching up? What do you think?
But to be fair, they've never done what they did this year.
I
Like,
think they have.
the heroes at the same time, like Gohan at the same time,
Yeah,
after the
that's-
worldwide celebration at the same time. Like it is a smidge different.
Yeah, this
But-
year we've had the most stuff that's been like simultaneous or really close. Because like even where they've made changes in the schedule, like Tech Gohan was the Dokkan Fest before the worldwide celebration for JP, and then straight away it was the next Dokkan Fest after the celebration for Global. So this year's been much more different compared to previous ones in terms of the amount of stuff that's either come out at the same time or quite quickly afterwards. And then I guess you could also say the opposite, because people will always mention like how long it took to get like the Kale and Khalifa, Easy A, and Jiren and stuff. So I guess it does go both ways.
All right. And with that, we are going to go ahead and wrap up this show. Thank you so much, everybody, for all of the questions. We appreciate you guys providing those questions in the chat. Sorry we could not get to all of them, but we tried to pick a good amount and get those answered for you on stream. But that's going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. Huge thank you to Hydros for manning the boards and keeping the stream afloat. We could not have done this without you. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, all of our various social media platforms. Check out the links everywhere and make sure you are fully locked into the 59G network. If you miss any part of the show, fear not. All of your favorite podcasting platforms have you covered. Google, Apple, Spotify, many more. Subscribe and don't skip a beat. Join us right here tomorrow for our next episode of the Dragon Ball Legends podcast. For the Masked Ningen, Talon, Truth, Goresh, and Nanogenix, I am Toon Rami. Thank you once again for watching. Stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.